You remember that episode we did on cheap?
Black Lives Matter, from the Tanshui River to the South China Sea. You are cheap, but I am free.
Where the general consensus was that although he may not have intended to, ultimately, he was targeting and bullying a 15-year-old junior high student. And he even apologized. Kinda, sorta.
Really? No, not really.
Yet even now, from PTT to Dcard to even the comment section of our videos, people are still arguing over whether or not what Cheap did was actually bullying. Well, you know where we stand on it. And coincidentally, right now in America, people are having the exact same debate. And today's video might make you rethink, 到底什么算是 bully? Just a few days ago, a 6-year-old boy responded to a famous comedian with this video.
It sound has rings, and it has more also, and you're mean to girls.
And what did the comedian do? He responded to the boy with this.
Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real. Your mom buys presents with the money she makes on OnlyF. Good luck.
Oh, God damn! Oh my God!
But here's the thing. All three things the guy said are true. Jupiter does have a ring. Spoiler alert, there is no Santa Claus. And his mom did or does have an OnlyFans, allegedly. And apparently it was a very unusual and very special kind of OnlyFans. More on that later, stick to the end. So this event started TikTok and Twitter battles and debates about exactly what constitutes cyberbullying. But let me give you a little backstory on what led up to this epic event. Enter in Matt Rife.
Who?
One of the most famous comedians you've probably never heard of, unless you're a Western woman. Check this, women literally show up to his shows with marriage proposals, one-night stand proposals, and even MILFs bringing him gifts.
Thank you so much. What is this? Oh, don't clap, it could be a bomb.
This is how it all started. After uploading several of his videos to Douyin, Matt went completely viral, amounting 19 million followers and sold out every single city of his world tour in just over a week. But here's the thing, it's not his jokes that people think are funny, it's his ability to talk shit, particularly to women.
Do you know how hot your mom is?
I know.
You're well aware of your competition, right? Like, you know you can't bring anybody home. All right, so I'm gonna date you for the next 10 years, and then we'll trade up.
I had cataract surgery, and then 3 days later, I got fluid behind my retina, so now I can't see.
Your dirty talk is terrible.
So after all of the success in just under a year, Matt gets awarded his own Netflix special. And this is where things start to take a turn. Because within the first 10 minutes of the special, for the first time, Matt makes a joke directed at women. And because of the copyright, we can't show too much, but it pretty much goes along the lines of him being at a restaurant and getting greeted by a 柜台小姐 who had a black eye. Then his buddy suggested for optics reasons, they should place her in the kitchen. And Matt replies,
"Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye."
And this sent the Xiao Caihong police into overdrive, with comments like,
The way women catapulted Matt Rife into popularity, and the second he gets a comedy special on Netflix, he immediately betrays them with a joke about domestic violence.
You were the chosen one!
He told some pretty seedy jokes on TikTok, but I feel like one of the things you never play around with is domestic violence or R-word jokes. There are 10,000 ways to be funny, and those are not one of them.
How dare you?
That's just a lazy reframing of one of the oldest I hit my wife ha 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 jokes on the planet. So he's unoriginal as well as misogynistic. Gotcha. Gonna avoid the wannabe edgelord.
So you would think a good-looking guy who made his career on women's love for him would just suck it up and apologize, right?
No.
My man took to Instagram with this post and a link.
If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology.
And the link to the apology? Well, that led to a website selling helmets for people with special needs.
That's gangster.
He was now in full-on troll mode. But why did Matt Rife, the young comedian whose meteoric success is largely due to his appeal to a range of Gen Z to millennials to even baby boomers, refuse to apologize? All he had to do is give a half-ass,
I'm sorry.
and he could have been a star. And Matt's reason for his response? Absolutely priceless.
When this blew up around you, why did you decide to take the strategy that you took? Why weren't you like racked with guilt and apologetic?
Because it's just comedy. I'm just doing what's funny to me. I would say 90% of the small majority that is upset with me doesn't go to comedy shows anyway, or wouldn't vibe with me as a person anyways, which is fine. Whether you enjoy what I do or not, you don't even have to know it exists. If I'm your problem, if you and I are face to face and you have a problem with my comedy that I tell, that I admit to the world, right? If you just remove yourself from me, if you do something as simple as just turn around, there is an entire planet behind you for you to go explore and live the rest of your life. You don't ever have to think about me. You don't have to talk about me. I don't like screamo heavy metal music. Guess how often I think about it or talk about it? 0% of the time. You just remove yourself from the situation.
What comes next is where Matt Rife and our good old friend CHEAP meet up through the 左派 concept of intersectionality. You see, another joke in Matt's special caught the eye of social media influencer Bunny Hedaya.
You serious?
Yes, I am serious. And Bunny has a 6-year-old son who loves space. But here's where it gets weird. Somehow, this 6-year-old boy found himself in front of a screen watching Matt Rife's comedy special, which, by the way, is rated TVMA.
What?
That means no one under 17 years old should be watching his special. Well, after watching Matt's culpe joke about women and astrology,
Nothing to do with the stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean...
Bunny's son immediately went to TikTok to voice his frustration and give Matt a proper science lesson.
Saturn has rings, and it has more also, and you're mean to girls.
And the rest is history. Now, Matt's response caused an even greater uproar of SJW backlash, starting with none other than Bunny herself.
While you clearly took a lighthearted video and turned it into fighting with a 6-year-old, let's talk about the comments that you said about me. This is my IG where he left the comment, okay? Do I look like... I don't even show my body. For you to assume that every single woman online makes money by showing their bodies, which, like, if that's what you do, girl, do you. Like, love it. I have never made a single dollar from a man.
So the mom allegedly did have an OnlyFans, but it was special and unusual in that it just featured daily blog and motherly advice to her hardcore fans.
That sucks. Wow.
Yep. And after she posted this video, there were several outcries calling Matt out for invoking the patriarchy, and some people even tried to call Matt out as being problematic with children.
The real issue is him talking about OnlyFans, a sexual adult site, to a child. Like, that's predator behavior.
But not everyone was hopping on the Bunny victim train. When anyone tried to clap back,
Matt didn't even start it. The mom did, and you guys siding with her is crazy to me.
ooh, they got on him hard.
Please don't defend a misogynist on my page. Let us not side with men who think successful women are only successful because they have an OF.
That leaves us with a bit of a conflict. CHEAP, a 36-year-old man, criticized a 15-year-old Guozong son over a drawing, and then demanded that they take his award back. Then there's Matt Rife, a 28-year-old famous comedian who called out a 6-year-old boy and his mother with some very brutal truths. So, 谁比较算是bully? One or both? Leave your comments down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace!